Welcome back, guys. This is your stimulus check update. This is your second stimulus check update for Monday, June 29th. And so let's get into your stimulus updates today. I've got lots of dates and updates for you guys today and some important deadlines that you need to know about. And not to mention the PPP, the EIDL, and the $600 per week additional PUA unemployment benefits. I know that there's a lot to keep up with you guys, and I don't want you guys to get blindsided. So we'll be going through some of the most important dates. You guys have been asking for it, so I'm gonna make sure I cover it today, the latest on essential worker pay as well as hazard worker pay, and the really good news that we heard just today about the hazard pay that was just approved by the Senate for thousands of frontline employees that stayed on their jobs during the entire outbreak of the pandemic. But before we get into it, I just want to say welcome back to all you guys, all my subscribers. Really appreciate you guys supporting me. And, for those of you guys who are brand new here, we cover all things personal finance, investing, how to make more money, and how to generate multiple streams of income. So if you're interested in any of that, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into it. So have you guys filed your taxes yet? If you have not, here's your reminder. I don't want you to say that, hey, Ron, you didn't remind me. Those of you guys who didn't file your 2019 taxes yet, I just want to remind you that the filing date was extended from April 15th to July 15th. But that's just 2 weeks away, so don't let it creep up on you. Keep in mind that your stimulus checks are based on your tax filing. So you might want to make sure that you discuss, how to reduce your AGI, your adjusted gross income, with your tax advisor so that you can maximize the amount of stimulus money that you can qualify for. So, 2 weeks is going to fly by before you know it. So, if you haven't filed your 2019 taxes already, make sure you do so. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be waiting for the last minute, and the tax guys are going to get busy. So you want to get in there. Now, those of you guys with stock investments may be able to claim some losses to offset your adjusted gross income to increase the size of the stimulus checks that you qualify for. So, just check with your tax advisor to make sure, because, you don't want to leave any money on the table. Drop me a comment below if you guys have a 401k, or you own some mutual stocks or mutual funds, or if you own stocks. I'd like to know what kind of investing you guys are doing. So anyway, I don't want you guys missing out on any stimulus money because you forgot to file. So here's your reminder to file. A lot of you guys left me comments previously because you didn't get your stimulus checks yet. And the lack of filing is why a lot of you guys didn't get yours. So I just want to make sure that you don't get screwed. By the way, guys, be sure to join the growing Facebook community where we share all of the latest in stimulus update news. Make sure you guys are a part of that. Also, the Senate has already said that they're going to be making the next round of stimulus checks much more targeted, and that they're going to be focusing more on getting stimulus checks to those who are most in need. Now, me personally, I have no idea how they're going to be determining who's most in need, or who will get help and who won't get help. But based on what I'm seeing, there's clearly a lot of people who are in need right now. And I've decided that I'm going to be announcing some giveaways in the Facebook group to help you guys out. I want to help people out in my community as best that I can. So I'm going to be doing some giveaways in the Facebook group. So be sure to join if you want to be a part of that. I'll drop a link to the group in the description below. Now, in the final hours of a special session focused on the pandemic virus response, a unanimous House vote in Louisiana was just reached that gave final permission to a bill using the federal virus aid money to provide a $250 one-time hazardous pay check to thousands of frontline employees who stayed on their jobs in the early days of the outbreak. Now, according to the proposal, people who worked at grocery stores, if they drove buses, manned healthcare facilities, and performed other types of essential activities for at least 200 hours from March 22nd through May 14th, those people would be eligible. So the payment would be available to the workers with an adjusted gross income, or an AGI, on their 2019 tax return of $50,000 or less. So at this point, the bill just needs Governor John Bel Edward's final approval. Now, under this bill, thousands of workers would be eligible for the $50 million in payments made available through this federal virus aid. So the money would be available to applicants on a first come, first served basis. So if you do the math, you're looking at about 200,000 people who this money could go to. So you want to jump in line as quickly as possible. And they're saying that you can be receiving your hazardous pay within 10 days of being approved. So this is all the more reason to get your 2019 taxes filed so you can get that extra stimulus money, guys. Now, this is for Louisiana, but I'll keep you guys updated as additional states roll out their hazardous pay plans. Now, Congress will be going on recess as of Friday, July 3rd, as we go into the July 4th holiday weekend. The jobs report for the month of June will be coming out on Thursday, July 2nd. Now, the Senate Republicans have told us many times that they're taking a wait and see approach to the second round of stimulus checks as well as the next stimulus package as a whole. They want to look at the data. Well, a major data point will be coming out on July 2nd, which is Thursday, and this is the June jobs report. This is a critical piece of data that they will use to determine the direction that the economy is headed, as well as the impact that the stimulus money that they've already deployed into the market from the CARES Act, how well that's helping with the economic recovery. The extra $600 per week in additional federal unemployment benefits provided by the CARES Act is going to run out July 31st. We've got more than 20 million Americans still unemployed, and discussions are really heating up over whether or not the enhanced unemployment benefits are going to be extended or not. Now, with the May jobs report, being so much more positive than expected, it really isn't helping the argument for additional financial aid. Now, it's expected that the June jobs report numbers that are expected to come out on Thursday this week will be pretty good overall. But with the spike in virus cases hitting record levels, this forced a lot of states to pause or roll back some of their reopening efforts. And this is bringing some concerns about the economic toll of a second wave of business closures. Now, what I hope that they do, I hope that they pay close attention to the end of the jobs reports, meaning like the final week of June, because that would show where the economic toll was kind of being impacted by additional business closures. If they see that, if they weigh that component of the jobs report heavier than the overall jobs report, they will see that, hey, maybe we're not out of the woods yet. Maybe we need additional stimulus money and a lot faster. They'll see that they need to take some immediate action and get more money out to the people. Republican senators have decided that they won't hold negotiations on the next round of stimulus legislation until after Congress comes back from recess at the end of July. Now, if a decision is not made to extend unemployment benefits, this could leave about 20 million Americans without the very source of income that's kept a roof over their head over the last several months, basically since the pandemic began. So the $3 trillion HEROES Act was passed by the House of Representatives about 45 days ago now, and is the very bill that we're waiting on Congress to approve. Now, if the current version of the bill were to be approved, it would provide a great deal of aid for state and local governments, and what we all want, which is the federal hazard pay for frontline workers, and even another round of one-time $1,200 stimulus checks. Now, as of today, we've got Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer trying to apply more pressure by sending a letter to Mitch McConnell to get the HEROES Act passed. In the letter, it reads, "The nation has seen a dramatic surge in both cases and deaths caused by the virus pandemic. Adding to that pain, our economy is facing one of the greatest challenges since the Great Depression. Over 1/5 of the workforce has requested unemployment insurance. Now is the time for action, not continued delays and political posturing." A spokesperson for Mitch McConnell responded to the Pelosi-Schumer letter, pointing out comments Mitch McConnell made Friday in Kentucky when he said, "In July, we'll take a snapshot of where the country stands, see how the jobs are coming back, see where we think we are. And if there's a final rescue package, that's when it will develop and it will start. So we'll sit down in July and figure out what seems to fit the way forward based on the conditions a few weeks from now," according to McConnell. I don't know what you guys are thinking right now, but it seems like they care about you when they need your votes, but forget about you when you're most in need. What do you guys think about the lack of urgency that Congress has for the American people? For those of you guys who have not yet applied for the enhanced unemployment benefits, you still have time, and you can do so by reaching out to your local Department of Labor office. Now, the $600 per week unemployment bonus is paid out on top of your regular unemployment pay amount, and it's retroactive. So depending upon your state, they may pay you back as far as like when you were first economically impacted. So that might be a month back, it might be 2 months back. Check with your local Department of Labor office on that. Now, quick update on the PPP loans. The PPP loan application deadline is June 30th. That's tomorrow, guys. So if you guys have not gotten around to applying for the PPP loan, which is a forgivable loan, by the way, be sure that you apply like now because time's quickly running out. There's over 1,800 participating SBA approved lenders that you can apply through. They've made it way easier to qualify for the loan forgiveness part. So that means you would not have to pay the loan back. So it could be a really good idea to get the loan if you qualify and if you can meet the requirements. So one more thing, there's a new tool that the SBA offered back on June 19th. It's called Lender Match. Now, Lender Match is a free online tool that connects small businesses with SBA approved CDFIs as well as small lenders. So I'll drop a link to the Lender Match tool in the description below. But with the Lender Match tool, the lenders will call you back. But since this is a deadline approaching so quickly, I will leave another link from the SBA website that allows you to pull a full list of approved lenders in your area. That way you can just pick up the phone and call them up rather than them waiting on you, or rather than you waiting on them to reach out to you if you choose to do that. This loan is available for businesses, even sole proprietors that are self-employed and have no employees. So, since this is a forgivable loan, if used appropriately or according to the terms, this could very well end up being like free money. Now, really quick reminder about the EIDL loans. The EIDL loan money is still available, and you can qualify for a loan or grant at the same time. Now, this is not a flat $10,000 grant to all EIDL applicants. The $10,000 is just the maximum that you could possibly get. But right now, the SBA is providing $1,000 per employee up to 10 employees. And if you happen to be a sole proprietor, you're only eligible to get $1,000, but still $1,000, so I would take it. The application is pretty short and many people have already received their grant money within just a few days of being approved. Now, this is a personal finance and wealth building channel. So if you have any questions for me or topics that you would like me to cover, whether it's as simple as, how to start investing as a beginner, or how to build a business from home, feel free to send me an email at ronyatesconsulting@gmail.com. I'll leave my email address below in the description of this video. I really appreciate you guys watching to the end of this video. And if you found value in this video, please give the video a like. It really lets me know that the information that I provided was helpful to you guys. I'll be keeping you updated on the latest on all of the news related to stimulus checks, stimulus packages, investments, and all sorts of other opportunities. So be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.